Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It's episode 85, and today we're actually starting things off over at Exumavoid's base. This place is completely incredible. It's such an awesome environment to be in because it's so different from my base. My base is very geometrical, it's got lots of hard lines and lots of solid shapes and everything like that. You come over to Exumavoid's base and everything just looks natural and flowing and really cool. I love the color scheme as well. This place is epic. Like, it's seriously epic. Oh, I want to get some inspiration from here. I seriously do. Maybe not for my current base, but maybe for bases in the future. Now, I just want to say before we start, thank you ever so much for all your lovely messages about my cold. Thank you for all the well wishes and get better soons and everything like that. It seems like I'm kind of on the home straight. Most of the cold seems to be clearing now. I'm a little bit nasally, but I reckon this will be cleared up in the next couple of days, so hopefully there'll be no more sniffles in these Hermitcraft episodes. It looks like some games are kind of cropping up in the gaming district. We've got this crazy looking thing going on over here, which I'm going to have to try out at some point. We also have a few little ones over there. I don't know if you can see that. Some prismarine kind of popping up over the horizon. And then of course we've got my one, which we still need to do quite a bit of work on. I hadn't quite realised how much we still have to do with this. The first thing that I actually want to do is I'm going to cover over the entire thing with dirt. So now this thing is going to be fully covered over. I am sincerely hoping that I have got the perfect number. 22 left, 15 left, 8 left. No! I haven't brought enough dirt with me. So despite that little hiccup, that is it. Everything is now covered over. You wouldn't even know there's a giant maze under here. Like, you would have absolutely no clue. But I think somewhere around here, we actually need to work out where we're going to put the drop-in. I think the drop-in's probably going to be... In fact, this is about right. I want to make the player drop in towards the back end of the maze so that the building can sit up at the top here. And the building is actually going to be a relatively small kind of 16 by 16 space. I think that's what I'm planning, so that we can have plenty of opportunities for entrances and cool walkways going up to it. That's kind of my plan at this point in time. But before we do anything like that, we actually need to work on the exit to the maze. So we're going to need to have a little chute that comes out the back of this thing, which I'm currently working on, that allows the player to come from the bottom where they've completed the maze all the way back up to the beginning so that they can leave. It's a pretty simple concept. Now, I saw a lot of people down in the comment section calling this place the Labyrinth, which I personally think is the perfect name for it because, as you can see, yep, things are remaining pretty stone slabby, but I've got myself, this is the exit to the maze right here, and then you'll run through here, and you'll make your way up through the ladder. But at some point, we're going to have to put in some form of pressure plate, which is going to turn off our stopwatch. It's going to stop the stopwatch, so that we know how long it's taken the hermit to actually go through the labyrinth. Just as a bit of a side note, I know I said earlier on in the episode that my cold was fading. I think maybe my cold heard me saying this and is now coming back with a vengeance because my nose is filled. Absolutely filled. I'm sorry if you guys are eating while you're watching this video. I've probably put you off your dinner. But despite this, I have created the entrance that drops us down into the maze. So what this little thing is a little tripwire which will activate our stopwatch as you drop in. So the hermit will fall down here, and then this is the first little thing. And you know what? I'm actually going to have to put a sign over here. I guess this is... Where is the start? I can't even remember where the start of the maze is. But now that that's all done, it's time to do the entrance into the next layer of the maze. Because, of course, the armor stand is going to make its way onto this pressure plate. That pressure plate is then going to activate this iron door right here. And once you go through the iron door, we're then going to stand on this pressure plate, which will extend out this piston, pushing the armor stand off the pressure plate, which will close the iron door behind us. That's kind of the idea behind the mechanism. Really simple redstone logic right there. We just have to build a tiny little entrance, which is going to take us down here. And I hate... You know what? I would say the worst thing about Minecraft at this point in time is those invisible blocks that you just get stuck on. It's infuriating. As far as I can tell, I think this thing is now completed. I'm almost tempted... You know what? I am. I think it would be a good idea to A... replace this block here, because I know you guys are quite upset about that, but B, just do a real quick playtest of this entire thing and just make sure that this armor stand system actually functions, because we really don't want this to not work. But thankfully it does. Everything is functioning. Just went through the entire maze. When the armor stand is on the pressure plate, it activates the door. When you go through the door, it closes the door behind you. Okay, that's all good. Next thing that we need to work on is the stopwatch system, and I have totally lost that redstone contraption in my testing world. I have no clue where it is. Finally, after about 20 minutes of searching, I actually found this thing. It's a pretty simple system, but I just wanted to remember how I did certain aspects of it. So we've got the RS snore latch up at the top. We have the redstone clock, which is going to be dropping out the sand. I'm actually going to add a hopper and a chest into this one. And then we have the reset system and also the item elevator. Okay, this thing's pretty straightforward. I think I'm going to build it above the ground, just out the back of where I want our build to be. But sadly, for the time being, I'm actually out of time for today, so I'm going to do a quick AFK session overnight above the villager farms to try and get as many resources as possible, and then I'll catch you back tomorrow morning so that we can start work on the redstone. And here we are. So we have got, I think Beetroot might be my base level, and it looks like we got kicked from the server pretty early on. So that was another unsuccessful AFK session. I don't do them too often, but when I do, they never seem to work out that well. One thing that I am going to do, though, is chuck a whole bunch of the potatoes that we just got into this thing, which will send them up into the villager breeder so that we get more of these guys. In fact, there's a whole bunch of them already up there. I'll deal with that soon. Right, I'm fairly certain I've got all of the resources required to build this thing. I've got all of the glass for the item elevators, the redstone, we've got some wood for extra pistons, we've got the pistons, we've got droppers, dispensers, we've got hoppers, comparators, repeaters, redstone torches, and all that good stuff. I personally can't think of anything else that I could possibly have on me that I'm going to need. So I've been trying to work out where this thing is going to go, and I think this is probably the spot for it. Now, I've kind of shot myself in the foot because this thing is a 2-wide system, which means that I've had to kind of modify the design to make it 2 blocks wide, but this is where the items are going to be falling, and they're going to make their way into this chest, and then underneath here we're going to have all the logic circuitry, and then out the back you can see I've placed in all of the blocks for the item elevator. So those are going to come back up to the top, be stored in that extra chest storage, and then they're going to drop down into the dropper ready to be recycled when the hermit starts again. I hope all of that made sense. I really feel like it didn't. Bit of a progress update for you. We are probably about halfway done on this thing. We've got all of the logic circuitry out the front. That's going to be dealing with the items. We've got all of this circuitry, which is the locking mechanism. And I'm just running this redstone round like this, which is going to connect up to the comparator output from that chest right there, which is going to lock up our hopper. I actually can't remember how this thing works. So I'm kind of just copying my redstone build from my redstone testing world, and then we're just going to have to do some testing to make sure that it does actually function. I think that should be everything. So this is the RS snore latch that goes up at the top. This will toggle the item over to here when the player goes through those tripwires, and then the item will be pushed back across when the player walks over the pressure plate at the end of the course, which will stop that redstone clock. That will also... So this is currently locked in theory. Yep. But then when we hit this button, that was meant to unlock it. So with that redstone now fixed, if we hit that button, that will unlock it, which will allow the items to pass out. That's all good. Then the items will make their way up through the item elevator and go back into the dropper up at the top right there. And then that has locked the whole system once again. So this is now, locked. So if we were to activate this thing again, the items will drop out, fall into here, they'd be locked in place, and then when the hermit hits that button, that will reset it. It's all working. It's all done. Okay, I need to place in some signs, make sure the hermit knows what they're doing, and then we could start work on actually what on earth I'm going to do on top of the ground. And now, this should be connected up to the actual system itself. I think. So we've got a redstone torch tower that goes right the way from the bottom, all the way down to the bottom of the labyrinth, all the way up to the surface. Now I'm going to quickly triple check that this thing works, but it should be, in theory, quite a simple little circuit. So the camera count is logged in up at the top, and if we hear a tick, then that means that it's working. You ready? Good. Okay, that means that it's functioning. Everything's being sent to the top. This is actually now like a working system. Like, we could do a playtest. You know what? I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to give it a go on my own maze and see what sort of time I can actually set. And then we can get ourselves a record book and everything like that. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I think that's activated the system. Yeah, there are items falling down. So we actually need to get a wriggle on here and start work on this thing. This is the start. And our armor stand is already over here. Okay, that's good. So we are going to have to, I mean, this is, for some reason, it has become so much more difficult now that I'm under time pressure. I've suddenly lost my mind and I can't actually think of where I need to go. Okay, so we need to do that. Turn that one off, turn this one on. Make sure that this piston here is extended across. This one isn't. That will push our armor stand around like that. But if it does that, then we need to activate this one and push it around like this. Okay, good stuff. We can lock that off now. Hit this button. Good. Everything is making its way properly. But this is not the fastest way to do it. Okay. Man, this is... my poor little brain, my poor little cold-filled brain is really struggling. Alright, I would say we're around about halfway through this area here. Need to lock that one off, unlock this one. We don't need to lock that off. We need to unlock this one to push that across there. Okay, this is good, this is good, this is good. We are making good progress. I kind of... Where do I go from here? I go up like this. I need to make sure that I'm not taking a wrong route. And then I follow it along here, and then, yeah, we make our way to the end. Come on, where's my armor stand gone? Oh, I probably should have made that thing more recognizable. Okay, button press, unlock, go, 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 lock, button press, water, push. Am I going the right way? Please tell me I'm not going to a dead end. We're almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Right, okay, remove that. And water. Lock that off. Okay, this should open up our door, which will allow us to get through into the next section. Alright, that's good. Okay, from here, it is invisible maze time. This is the bit that I'm kind of going to struggle with just a tiny bit. There's no real technique for here other than kind of just trial and error. So that didn't work. Alright, we're making progress. This feels good. This feels really good. Yep. Oh, come on. We're going to be flying through this stage if we can do it. Okay, that was really good. That was a strong, strong start. Okay, let's see. Where do you think I would have gone? It's so difficult. It's so frustrating. Ah, I'm so close, but I can't get it. I found the dead end. There's always one of those. Just one that gets you almost so close to the edge, but then you can't quite make it. I think if I loop it out and around like this, maybe. This feels promising. Is this a dead end as well? No? Okay. There's 2 down, 2 to go. We're almost there. Come on, there's got to be a way round. Wrap around. There we go. Okay, final sector here. Final sector. I so thought I was just going to stroll my way over to the exit then. And you know what? I think I might. If we just wrap around like that. Maybe go back over a little bit. Oh, I can't tell if I'm hitting dead ends or not. I'm starting to think that maybe this one's impossible. I can't seem to get anywhere. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting frustrated. I feel like I'm wasting my time. Yep, definitely making a mess of it. Once again, hit this dead end. Oh. Alright, this is good, this is good. It's got to be here. Come on, no! Oh, I so thought I'd won it. Now I'm onto it, now I'm onto it. Okay, we are down into, this is the button finder maze. Alright, so we need to make sure that if we... Okay, no button there. We need to find the buttons to open up the next sections of the maze. No, that's not one. Where on earth did I put those buttons? Oh my word. These things are so much more difficult than I thought they were going to be. There's got to be one down here. I think that's a loop. I think I've literally just run around a loop. Oh, I'm so disorientated. I have no clue what's going on. I'm running around in circles. I can feel it. There's no way. There it is. Okay, that's good. But I don't know where it's opened up. I have no clue where it's opened up. And it's only open for a short length of time. Oh, jeez. I have really made things difficult here. I have seriously made things difficult. What? I made it out! I made it out! I'm down into the bottom layer. There's only one button on that one, so I guess, yeah. That was a lot more painless than I was expecting. I just about managed to make it. Okay, so pick up a key. Right, we've got one of the keys. Alright, now we have to find the chest that we put the key into. Where on earth is that? Okay, that was easy. Put key in here. Cobblestone wall. That's opened up a door that I think is over here. Or is it further along? I can't remember where it's opened the door to. That's not good. So it's got to be down here. Right, that's a loop. What? Okay, well, we've clearly just gone the wrong way then. So it's got to be... I'm so disorientated. I have no clue what I'm doing. Absolutely no clue. I'm running around so cluelessly. And that's just closed up the door. I can't even tell where it's closed up. Oh, I've made it back to the beginning. I'm back up at the start. I've never been this lost in my life. I am so disorientated. I have no clue where or what I'm doing. I might have made this too difficult. Yes, okay, I found the next section. Found it. So we've got a sea lantern key. Now we just need to find the chest that we put this back into. Now there are definitely some changes that I'm going to make to this thing. So this is like the beta test. But we've just found that. But this is like the beta test. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to change the color of the doors. So the doors are going to have a different block color for each one, so that you can clearly see if you've been through a door, what door you go through, and everything like that. I'm also going to put signs above the chest saying take key number 1 and put key number 1 into this chest, and take key number 2, put key number 2 into this chest, to make it clear what keys open which doors. Yeah, I think that's probably necessary. Right, I've found out where I need to put the key, but I don't have the key yet. We are on the home straight. This is the last one. Okay, so I imagine it's going to be somewhere up here. I can see it. There it is. Last key. Let's see if I can retrace my steps. So it's this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, back on myself. No, it's not that way. It's this way, this way, this way, this way, that way, this way. I thought it was going to be there, but it's not. Down here, maybe. Yes. Okay, that should have opened the door to the exit. But that's not doing me much use. That's not doing me much use. Ah, where would the exit be? It'll be in the corner. So we need to try and work our way towards the corner. This is taking me away from the corner. But this is taking me back to it. I've got good feelings about this. We made it out. And we've done it. That just locked off the system. So the stopwatch has actually worked. Now let's see what sort of time we have managed to get. Holy mackerel! We must have been right on the very edge. I want to know how many bits of sand are actually left in that dropper, because it suddenly dawned on me that I don't think I put enough sand in there. Like, we need to put a lot of sand into this thing, because each one of those stacks corresponds roughly to kind of about a minute-ish. And each one of those layers is designed to take about 10 minutes or so, or at least 5 or 6 minutes. So to have only put in about half an hour's worth of sand is a bit silly, really. Let's see. We had a decent amount left, but not humongous. Definitely need more. Definitely need more. So we now have extra stand in the system. We also have a bunch of different colors in all of the doors, and also I've changed up some of the signs so that people know what they're doing. I do feel like I should put some signs in that will explain what the maze is actually going to entail, maybe some instructions and everything like that, but I think I'll probably end up doing that when I actually build this building, which this is the outline for the building itself. It's 20 blocks wide, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I really should have done this before I started recording. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 blocks long. Now, the reason that I'm giving you the dimensions, 20 by 28, and it has to be able to clear this, is because I kind of want you guys to help me out with this. I have no clue what I want this area to look like, so I want you to go away and design a bunch of buildings, 20 by 28 in size, and then I want you to send me the screenshots of them on Twitter. So if you send me your coolest build in a 20 by 28 area, then there is a chance that I will construct it on the Hermitcraft server as the entrance into the Labyrinth. So that is it. I hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Hermitcraft. If you did, please sure to the like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Oh, and as per usual, check out the latest film on the filming channel. It's all about color grading. If you want to make your videos look good, that's the one to watch. Link on the end screen.